Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. Goose Island State Park is behind me. Heading back over to Rockport, Texas to check on a few things. Was looking online in Port Lavatka today. It's going to be a high of 87, so pretty good temperatures for August for Texas. Nothing to complain about. Hey, I did want to thank Kathy and John. I met up with them. They stopped and said hi real quick. And they gave me a very nice gift that I greatly appreciate. Why I got you here, Kathy and John. Roll my intro. Still trying to feed some of the birds. I have bird seed. I have dry oatmeal. And I've tried fish and shrimp. Not a whole lot of luck. Well, I've been here trying to spot the dolphins, guys, and they've kind of been on the other side of the channel. Then I'll start reading my book and I'll hear them about 3 feet away and get the camera turned on again, and then they'll be back on the other side of the channel. It's funny how your mind goes from one thought to another, but I was thinking about Nick, the barber. Nick was an old Italian barber. He was probably about 80. And there'd always be a line at Nick's place. And he had a couple younger guys, but I always liked to go to Nick. He gave great haircuts. I had hair back then, guys. That's how long ago this was. And Nick would get out a straight razor and shave your neck and trim up around your ears with the straight razor. It was totally old school stuff, warm shaving cream. And it was real fun to go to him. And every once in a while, if you went there and it was slow, you could ask for a shave. And Nick would shave you. And I never liked to ask if it was busy, because you don't want a guy with a straight razor who's 80 years old to be in a hurry around your neck. But it was just an old school barber shop, and the kids would go, the younger guys, and I would go see Nick and talk to him. Well, after going there for years and years, Nick knew I worked at a pharmacy in the time. I was a pharmacy tech there, and later I became the manager. Nick asked me, Nick needed some prescription, and it was something like a water pill, like hydrochlorothiazide. He was on his feet all day, and he wanted something to get rid of the extra fluid. And I went and talked to the pharmacist, and the pharmacist gave me an idea, which I went with. And there was a doctor who would come in, stop by the pharmacy, real nice guy. His office was right around the corner, Dr. Mellon. And he would just come out and hang for a little bit. He was a good guy. And I told Dr. Mellon about Nick, and Dr. Mellon wrote a hydrochlorothiazide prescription for Nick, and we got it filled at the store. And it was it was inexpensive. It was a couple bucks at the time. And I brought that prescription to Nick. Nick called Dr. Mellon and eventually made an appointment, and I think he had to go back once a year to make it all legit. But after that, I would go into that store, barber shop, after helping Nick out, and if there was 20 people in line, I went to the front, I got my hair cut, I got a shave whether I asked for it or not, and Nick would never take my money, so we would over-tip. There was a big tip jar there. We would have to over-tip every time we went to kind of make it up, so we weren't getting anything for free. But it was a good memory, just an old school barber shop, Philadelphia suburbs. Did you guys ever hear about the actor who tripped and crashed into the props? Yeah, he was just going through a stage. Isn't it pretty out today, guys? There was a little bit of wind, and then it died down, and we're supposed to get some wind later, but the clouds have been very interesting over the last few days. Very pretty. I guess I will try to feed these skimmers, but I know from past results of living here by the water, they're just going to be engulfed by seagulls, but we'll give it a shot. Forgive me for feeding the seagulls. Good job, Larry. The seagulls are so busy fighting. Larry and his buddies came in and snagged a meal. Let me ask you a question. Do you feel stupid now? Yeah. I am going to meet a friend for coffee. And when she gets here, I'm not even going to film her butt today. Look at me all being mature. Everything's back open here. You know, guys, I know it's Texas and it's hot, but the temperatures have been just a little bit cooler than they should be this time of year. I saw up in Leer, Texas, a high of 91, but going down to 68 degrees at night. I mean, that sounds like air conditioning with what I've been putting up with lately, you know? I got a buddy up in Leer. Good guy. That whole area is very interesting. There's a lot of state parks up by there as well. So I'm going to have to go through there the next big drive and pick a couple of those little towns and go see some sights. Also got 2 just small day trips and overnight trips coming up. Check out a few things along the way. It's still gorgeous here, though. Check out these white birds with the orange beaks. Definitely look like seagulls. I wonder if they're the younger seagulls or a different type. Boats are trying to get off the water before it gets too dark. A couple people had asked what filters I use on my sunsets, and I do not run my footage through any filters ever. Now, they look better in person than my camera on my iPhone is going to capture it. There's more pinks and reds. If the sun is pink going down or coming up, it'll just show up as a white or a slightly orange color. But the iPhone footage is still pretty impressive. Thanks, everyone, for riding along today. I appreciate you. Going to go to the mail center and get some gifts tonight. Thanks for watching.